Celebrities with most heartbreaking and tragic stories. Why does everyone have a deep-seated desire to become a celebrity? Yes, because of their charm, success, and glittering lives. But no one ever focuses on the painful and tragic stories that lie behind the curtains. Behind the red carpets and flashing cameras and stories of great grief and terrible experiences. Who are some famous people you admire, and have you ever considered the challenges they may have overcome to become famous? Keep watching to see some of the most tragic stories about your favorite celebrities. Jim Carrey. Let's start with everyone's favorite Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey is one of the best comedians with tragic backstories. Behind his jokes and slapstick humor, Jim Carrey fought a darkness most of us can't understand. Despite his struggles, Carrey uses comedy to make us laugh and hide his suffering. His life was a complete disaster before he became one of the most famous comedians of his time. When he was only 16, his dad lost his job. He started working to support his poor family. After that, Carrey even had to drop out of school to support his family. The situation became so bad that he had to live in a van with his family. But the dark time ended soon. Fortunately for him, he became successful at only 19.
But when I was about 14 or 15, my father lost his job, and I actually became homeless for quite some time. Of course, I grew up in Canada, so I thought we had just gone camping.
His success as a comedian pushed him to Hollywood, and his life changed. His experience shows that even the funniest people may face quite conflicts. Woody Harrelson. Then we have Woody Harrelson. The Venom Let There Be Carnage actor has a troubled upbringing and a background that would fit in a movie. Charles Harrelson's Woody's father had a story that changed Woody's life. Unlike many other actors whose fathers are mostly actors or producers, Woody's father was a mafia hitman. Charles Lloyd Harrelson, a renowned organized crime figure, was convicted of murdering a Texas grain merchant in 1973 and reincarcerated in 1978 for another killing. Charles died at a maximum security jail in 2007. Being the exceptional guy he is, Woody spent much of his adult life making apologies to his father, but he has always followed his own path. Though his early legal troubles showed his rebelliousness, after some time Harrelson's skill flourished, garnering him critical praise and a position among Hollywood's most recognized performers. His story shows the power of second chances and fame's unpredictability. Kevin Spacey. Next in line, we have the tragic story of actor Kevin Spacey, whose collapse has defined modern Hollywood. A guy who was once at the top of the charts is now at the bottom due to a series of disgusting behaviors that cannot be forgiven. Kevin Spacey was talented and charming, but the sexual misconduct charges against him ended his legacy. Kevin Spacey's story has earned a lot of public attention for years. Are you curious about what happened that caused him to fall so badly? Spacey's acts aren't justifiable, but we can explain them psychologically. Kevin and Randy's father sexually abused them, but out of fear, their mother turned a blind eye to the abuse. Spacey's mother eventually apologized, stating she and his father were child abuse victims. But the ongoing abuse was actually too much for Spacey, and he turned out to be an abuser as well. He harmed children, causing his reputation to decline. Do you think Kevin Spacey's actions are justified because of his trauma? Tell us in the comment section below. Jack Nicholson. The iconic actor Jack Nicholson has had a fantastic career, but like many celebrities, his life has not been without tragedy. It's sad how even someone as talented as Jack Nicholson has a personal tragedy that is overlooked. Do you know anything about Jack Nicholson's childhood and the challenges he faced in establishing himself in Hollywood? Jack Nicholson was born in 1937. June Nicholson, Jack's single mother, raised him. He was never aware of his real father. June suffered a lot of financial difficulties. Despite these difficulties, Jack's upbringing was full of love. However, in his late teens, Jack realized that June was his sister and that his biological mother was Ethel Mae Nicholson. This broke Jack. While Jack's business life flourished, his personal life was filled with heartbreak and loss. He was married once, but he was a father of 6 children with 5 different women. His life got further messy when a cult brutally killed his then-girlfriend, actress Sharon Tate. It inflicted a permanent scar on his mind, making his already difficult life more tragic. Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel L. Jackson is well known for his movie Django Unchained. Jackson was raised in Tennessee by his grandparents without his parents. This impacted him badly. His route to acting was tough. He was suspended after participating in student demonstration at Morehouse College. During this time, he did various part-time jobs. His fight with heroin addiction was one of the most trying times of his life. He addresses his problem honestly, emphasizing the need for treatment and the transformational potential of rehabilitation. His path from addiction to becoming one of Hollywood's most successful performers is an inspiration to many. Drew Barrymore. Next, we have Drew Barrymore. Being a kid celebrity is never easy. Barrymore's mother suffered from drugs and mental health concerns, resulting in a negligent childhood for Drew. She was 11 years old when she began taking booze and drugs. Barrymore was sexualized and exploited as a child star. This took a great deal of strain and attention, which made her addiction problems worse. This resulted in several arrests and treatments, ending her independence from her parents only when she was 14 years old. She was married 3 times, with each marriage ending in divorce. Despite these struggles, Barrymore is a successful actor, producer, and businesswoman. She talks freely about her hardship and is now an outspoken supporter of mental health awareness and addiction treatment.
Such a scary, frightening feeling, yet it was such an escape from everything else in the world that I had a very liking to it.
Kelsey Grammer. Then we have Kelsey Grammer. Most people aren't aware that this comedian's life is far from humorous. His parents split when he was just 2 years old, and when he was just 12, he lost his grandpa to cancer. After that, his father was shot and murdered in a random act of violence when he was only 13 years old. When he was 20, his younger sister was violently abducted, raped, and killed. These incidents had a deep and long-lasting influence on him. Grammer has admitted to dealing with alcoholism and drug usage, which he has blamed in part on the agony of his losses. Despite these obstacles, Grammer has achieved personal fulfillment, and he has also publicly discussed his experiences in order to raise awareness about trauma and healing. Robert Downey Jr. Lastly, we have Robert Downey Jr., whose life has been a roller coaster of ups and downs with his issues with addiction and run-ins with the police. Robert Downey Sr., Downey's father, was a filmmaker and drug abuser who exposed Downey to narcotics at an early age. By the age of 8, Downey was frequently taking marijuana and cocaine. Downey's addiction issues led to repeated arrests for drug possession and DUI during the 1990s. In 1999, he was sentenced to 3 years in jail but was freed after a year. Downey's substance abuse difficulties made him untrustworthy and difficult to deal with, forcing him to lose his films. His mother, Rosemary Rogers, died of Parkinson's disease in 2011. Downey was very close to his mother and he suffered a great loss. Then Downey's son, Indio Downey, was arrested for cocaine possession in 2014. Downey was an addict as well, but he made an incredible recovery. He has remained clean for more than 20 years and his career has flourished. He's currently one of the world's highest paid actors. He is well recognized for his character Iron Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. These stories are just a glimpse into the hidden lives of Hollywood celebrities. This is the side that no one of their fans gets to see. Their charming smiles bravely hide all the pain. Whose story is the most heartbreaking and why? Tell us in the comment section below. Make sure to like and subscribe for more.